Come on, pop up. There we go. Now, anyway, welcome to the BNR Racing Network. Here tonight, race number 19 of 20, Las Vegas. These boys do have open qualifying. So, a little bit of some Las Vegas. I just wish that it would pop up here, but it's giving me a hard time.
Yes, Brian, Las Vegas, penultimate race of the BNR Truck Series season this season, if I'm not mistaken. So sure to bring the action this evening here at the Mile and a Half in the desert, just outside of one of the most populated cities in America, Las Vegas. So right behind Las Vegas Motor Speedway, or in front, depending on how you like to word it and face it, is the Nellis Air Force Base. That's what the back straightaway is named after, Nellis Air Force Base. So, Air Force, if I'm not mistaken, Commander, Brigadier, well, there's no Brigadier General in the Air Force, but Commander, or anyway, I think it was named after that person, Nellis. We know where I got its name. I don't need to go into that. Don't need to go into military history. Anyway, racing history. As we all know, Las Vegas is predominantly a D-shaped mile and a half oval, configured and made back in the late 90s. It's another one of those tracks that Roush Racing won the first handful of races at. First two races, if I'm not mistaken, the first two races won by Mark Martin out here, and then the next race after that, I think Jeff Burton won. So pretty Ford-dominated track to start off with. Its early years, it was relatively flat. I think it had only 8 or 9 degrees of banking. It had no more than 10. It was a pretty flat track.
Says qualifying gets a wrap up here. Got the race information here. So as we see here in Las Vegas, current track temp is 75 degrees, 72 degrees outside, 24% humidity, clear skies, 14 mile per hour winds, 150 laps, 225 miles, 80% fuel, 4 sets of tires, 1 quick fix, and they get 3 attempts at a green white chicken.
Let's hope we don't have to use any of those green white checkers this evening, as we always do. Hope for that. So, bam! That iRacing Silverado dropped on the track. Track changes to full night conditions. It's a full night race, no transition into anything.
I'll go over the starting grid. So P1 would be Ernest King, P2 would be Troy Daggett, P3 would be Chris Camary, P4 would be Anthony Line, P5 would be Joshua Highball, P6 would be Dale Rapp, P7 would be Philip Bridgman, P8 would be Joe Stipe, P9 would be Zach Deuscher, P10 would be Justin Steves, P11 would be Mark Berry, P12 would be Tyler Myers, P13 would be William Roberts, P14 would be Brandon Moore, P15 would be JD O'Brien, P16 would be Robert Amaral, P17 would be Pete Woodrum, P18 would be Skylar Sixton, P19 would be Chris Campbell, P20 would be Evan Amick, P21 would be Josh Small, P22 would be Matthew Hunsaker, P23 would be Dave Barry, P24 would be Kevin Roy, P25 would be Brian Schwartz, P26 would be Daniel Lyle, and P27 would be Jason Beerson.
A hefty field this evening at Las Vegas, almost a full truck field in comparison to the real world. So, love to see that.
Oh yeah, 27 of these bad boys.
Now the pace truck starts to pull away. We'll get that basically one pace lap to get hopefully everything somewhat up to temp. It's not going to be at all, but going to get a lap here as normal for the mile and a halves.
Oh yeah. Pace yourself, long race. That's about all it is to it, to be honest with you.
Because of the group qualifying, the open qualifying, we're going to have drivers that are maybe out of position compared to where they probably would have been if it was single truck qualifying or not group qualifying, but nevertheless, that doesn't mean, like you just said, you have to pace yourself. You have to just take it easy. Get to the front. Exactly. Get to the front on a substantial pace, and don't overdo it on the first opening 5 to 10 laps.
Be ready, green flag.
So green flag is out, and we are underway. Away we go here. Justin Steves looks like he's pulling off to drop to the rear. Oh, we got trouble already. The 41 hit the apron along with a handful of others.
Be ready with, there you go. Be ready with that brake clean and stuff, guys.
Can't quite see from that angle.
Right here, I'm sure.
I don't know who that started with. All I saw was Chris.
Yeah, like I saw the 41. I think the 41 kind of checks up. I don't know if he hits the apron checking up for this. I think he does. No, he does not. So he hits the apron on his own. So Chris down here, he straddles the exit of the apron, and then Anthony just kind of comes in, nowhere to go really. Chris kind of rushes up the track after he hits the apron. He gets loose and it's just kind of controlling from that point on, trying to control it. but sometimes once you kind of clip the apron, if it's on exit especially, it will kind of kick the truck sideways, and that's kind of what you saw right there. It'll kick you sideways. Normally, uh, going left hand sideways. He just gets a bit. Oh, okay. So he hits a bump in the center that makes him float a little bit down, and Anthony is expecting him to kind of swoop up the track. It is a bank track here at Las Vegas, so normally in the mindset you kind of see a truck starting to get crossed up or kind of start to do a swooping motion up the track. Well, you expect it to just go up there for a couple of seconds, and it's going to swoop back down, not immediately. So, yeah, hate to see that on the opening lap, but
So do I.
that can be part of it. You know, it can be a challenge trying to get everything going and grooving in the first few laps, like we mentioned, before the drop of the green flag.
Yep. Cooler temperatures for sure.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like you just said, you know, cooler temperatures from what they practiced in compared to what they're racing in now in the evening with the sun completely set. So,
So the tires are still not up to heat yet. That's why I say ease yourself.
yeah, we only had that. Sorry, Brian. And let the truck come to you, like you just said. Let all the temperatures build up. Hopefully, give everybody enough space on the opening start to where you know things like that won't happen. But still, driver error or just maybe placement of your race vehicle, not necessarily driver error, but just a bit of misplacement can cause things to go awry, like we just saw. It's still driver error, yeah, even though you try to sugarcoat it. But anyway, some people don't like the term driver error, but
sometimes it be what it be.
so a bit of congestion, a bit of confusion, a bit of just everybody trying not to run over everybody there in 3 and 4 on that opening lap. Like I said, Jason Pearson says he's out of the race, Brian. So I guess Jason wasn't able to grid. That's unfortunate.
Huh. Sometimes it happens.
It happens to the best of them.
That it does.
So we're lined up, ready to go back racing once again on this restart. Getting done working the first caution so far this evening. I say it as if we're going to have 50 of them. Anyway. I said it like I said. Well, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so Ace truck back to the confines of pit road, and the green flag is waving, and we are racing back again. Everybody going up through the gears, barreling into turn 1.
watch that apron there. Especially that bump coming out of 4 there. Haven't raced it since a new update, so I don't know how the car was handled.
I could imagine you could probably wide open a truck around here for a good minute. Joe Stipe and I think Will Roberts there. Will was kind of putting it in the middle, kind of like Kyle Larson did at Iowa. So he stalled. You know, both drivers seeing the hole and kind of sticking to it. So Camary getting kind of congested up there. Everybody finding a way around him as everybody trying to get all they can get here on this restart, because like I may have just said, it may be full throttle for a handful of laps, but after that it's probably going to start to be more just unruly, more undrivable once the tires start to wear a little bit. So you're going to have to start backing up the corners, letting the nose get the nose in to get it to set, and all those other magical things you do behind the wheel to get it to go around the track, Brian.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're pushing for the first quite a few laps. Not the best thing. You would want to protect at least some of your tires instead of burning them up so early on. I remember these drivers get 4 sets, so it's all on how you use your tires. I didn't get the fuel mileage, so I don't know how many laps of fuel, but
I'm pretty sure it's a mile and a half Truck Series here. I want to say 40 laps, around 35, maybe 45 could be. I think it's 45 laps that they get on a complete full tank in a mile and a half. It's been a few weeks since we did a mile and a half, so it's trying to remember. Ramset said he missed it by 5 minutes. Man, that's a bummer.
that is.
Michael Allen.
Yeah, I hate to see that for him.
Hate to see that too, because I raced with him for a year on the Xbox side of things, about I think it was 4 years in total. So comers and goers, Cream trying to rise to the top. Daggett, King, Roberts, Deutscher, Rapp is the top 5. Then you have Bridgman behind Rapp, Berry behind Bridgman, Camary, Woodrum, and Highball. And rounding out the top 10, J.D. O'Brien, that is not Sean, in 11th position. Great action at the moment, which Las Vegas can normally basically provide some good compact pack racing. Almost, yeah, good point, Alan. It was probably 5. Seemed like a good minute, that's for sure. Yeah, Las Vegas can, like you just said, very draft aero-dependent track. It's a mile and a half, so we know mile and a halves are going to be that way. Just like Charlotte, Kentucky, Texas, any mile and a half, you name them. They have a bunch of them. So it's all about trying to really place that truck where it wants to be on the track, where it wants to go. Sometimes you want to turn it in a bit earlier, and it's like, oh, I don't want to go just yet. So Sometimes you just got to let it run its course until you can get a bit more heat in those tires, maybe, or different things like we were talking about earlier. At the moment, Daggett looking strong. He's leading this big, what is that, about a 13 truck progression? Okay, I was close.
Yes, sir. You see Philip there trying to get on by. Oh my goodness!
Caution. How you doing in there, kid?
Oh, this is a huge crash. This is just, yeah. Oh my, indeed. And we're still kind of crashing coming off the corner here. Man, Highball kind of comes up in front of. Is that Woodrum?
Yes.
I think he might have just gets tight right here, and he just floats up. He just walks the dog, so to speak, up the track. And I don't know if Woodrum comes. Yeah, it's just Highball maybe just getting a bit arrow tight. Now, that's also to say that Pete did, in a way, kind of come down. He is trying to get a run around Highball here on the outside. You can see he did kind of. There's no contact made, but he puts the fender down here. I guess from that angle, I guess contact is made eventually when he does go up the track. But right here, Pete right there. Just the way that the trucks are angled, there is air. There's an aero disturbance being made to where not quite where the air is wrapping around the truck, so the truck's going to get tight, walk up the track like I just said, and this big crash that we see coming off of turn number 4 ensues, and it's going to grab a whole bunch of people and catch some further back, just catch them out, so to speak. They're not going to be expecting a truck kind of still setting in the middle of the track or rolling back up the track, or they're not going to be expecting all that. So they got to put the binders on, and in doing so, they get kind of caught out in it as well. So, man, oh man, just whenever you thought you were going to have a little bit of a longer run, no, just a good old-fashioned short run we have there. So we didn't really get to see who had the hot stuff and who didn't have anything whatsoever, because, like I said, that was just a good old short run right there. You can't tell anything in that type of run. But it doesn't look like none of the front runners are going to be coming down and pitting here. Still hypothetically too early, with only the 4 sets of tires behind the wall in the pit lane to kind of come down and bolt on a new set. Only if you're involved in the crash, get any type of damage whatsoever, or maybe slide and maybe think that you might have a flat spot on one of those Goodyear Eagles, would you want to come down and bolt on a new set, right? So, man, oh man. So, Highball, just like I said, I don't really think it was anybody's doing, just a racing thing. Like I said, it's so easy to get like aero tight. It was a hard hit, Ramset, such a hard hit to the. Reminded me of the Austin Terrio, or the Austin Therio, or however you pronounce his last name. He drove for Brad Keselowski in the Truck Series years ago. It's probably been a crash that happened about close to 10 years ago in the Truck Series, but happened at this track. Looked very similar to that. So, green flag waving back again in the air as we are back underway. I guess that's what back in the air means there, Willie. But anyway, So Troy Daggett leading them away. He's got Will Roberts to his outside. That's Ernie King's teammate slash. Oh!
Caution's out.
Wow.
Wow.
That was in front of the pack, too.
Yeah, there's big crashes happening all over the place. You would have thought this was a demolition derby, but is it the same kind of thing that happened in 3 and 4 that happens here in 1 and 2? There's a lot of bumps down here in the bottom lane, but looks like Will's just trying to get alongside, and then man. Tight racing. I don't know what else to say, but tight racing. Oh, Dale Wonder almost went for a wonderful ride, as far as like a just barrel rolls galore, just about. But luckily, the truck. I say luckily, it goes out of the camera frame, stays on all fours. He kind of had help from Will there, so I know it doesn't look like the truck did any barrel rolls. So. Man, oh man, that is the points leader and championship hopeful going into the final race next week, right? Like that, Troy does, right? Anyway, man. Just look at how many trucks from this onboard that we're riding on board with. This is the Bommarito. No, that's not Bommarito. That's Yingling. I tried to read that backwards. So once I figure out who we're riding on board with, but anyway, okay, thank you. You'll just get to see the devastation in this crash of how many it just takes along with it. You said that was Skyler or Tyler?
Tyler.
Oh, okay, Tyler. Gotcha. So yeah, we're trying to scatter. We're trying to get. Oh, that's just a bumper clip. Okay, that was Wonder's bumper clip. I thought it was a whole truck. Anyway, so. But yeah, it's just like a big one happening at a super speedway. Yeah, Talladega or Daytona, so to speak. You think you're clear, you think you're safe, you think you're away from it all, but then still, trouble is just a little bit further down the line.
Yep.
Yes, I agree. Troy held his line. Will, one of my fellow doppelgangers, just comes down and cleans him out. I don't think in both incidences, in this wreck and the previous wreck, I don't think there was any malice or harm like intent to be had, right? You're just trying to get on that right rear quarter panel and kind of drag yourself around the truck you're trying to pass with the air, right? Like you're not trying to clip or kill anybody or wreck anybody's good run of going or anything like that. So at the moment, it's a bit of a rocky start, not gonna lie. The first 25 laps, about a good portion of those, let's just say the ones that... Yes, go ahead, Brian.
They like to wreck early, and after that, they're good at the end.
Well, yeah, Brian, of course, whenever you
wreck out half of the field.
Well, yeah, you never want to wreck out half the field, or you never want to, you want to have a good field left to fight for a race, right? But never wreck before. Just don't what?
Wall ride.
Oh yeah, you can't wall ride to avoid a crash, or I mean I only saw what I saw, but I'm just saying, you can't do that.
I
I
didn't catch
agree.
it until we went on
Yeah,
board
we.
with Farmer last night, and be damned to hell, there he was.
I. Excuse me. When right, I couldn't. I swear it's gonna be. Fingers crossed, it's cancer. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, um, yeah. Whenever I saw it happen live, I'm like, oh man, like he he went there to avoid running into the back of Jason, but um,
That's what I thought.
it's yeah, I thought that initially, but there, in a way, I guess looking at it from an admin or a league owner point of view, there's like, well, he had plenty of time, going into that corner, like. Decisions running fast in his mind, like that's probably how you have to look at that.
Green flag.
Maybe I don't know because like there was there was a lot of time that happened. I mean, there wasn't really a lot of time, but there was time that happened between him basically pointing his car towards the wall to avoid running into the back of Jason, and Jason and Joseph getting tangled together. So I don't know. Like I said, you gotta call a race wearing many hats and owning a league. You have to have many hats. So yeah, like I said, it's. But yeah, like you can't don't wall ride to avoid a crash. Just like kind of going below the yellow line back in the day. Like, oh no, we can't do that either to avoid a crash. Everything. Anyway, yeah, enough of that rant. I mean, I talked to two winners last night. Who would have known? That's how I got to look at it. I mean, unfortunately for Greg's not going to see it that way, but...
Right? So you see here, we got aggressively pushing in the back here. Don't know who that is. I know it's whoever's in front of. Okay, so that was probably Dale. Yeah, pushing Lyle. So
I'm not sure if Anthony was on board with that. Getting shoved like the way he was. It looked like he was severely uncomfortable. So we've seen a good chunk of the field use their one and only quick prepare, while there's been, I don't think Troy's used it. Troy's probably still thinking anything and everything can probably still happen, unless Troy went 2 laps down because he towed back to the pits. That could be what happened. But yes. So a little bit of a 3 wide there. As you see, Dell, he is really trying to make up some ground. He's got a fast piece this evening, and he's really letting it show. Trying to get back up to the front. Which, hey, I wouldn't blame him. That's where I would, if I feel comfortable, if I'm quick, if I'm fast, you don't want to lose more time to the leader.
Saved by Hunsaker and Robert Amaral there.
You're not going to want to lose more time to the leader than what you already have lost trying to come back up through the field. Will. Man, he really makes me look bad, but that's okay. Yes, somebody got the joke. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for laughing. It just must be something about the name Will Roberts that we all drive like that, apparently. We don't mean to get into everybody, it just happens.
33 laps in, and we still got Ernest King up front, followed by Zach Deutscher, then Brian Schwartz. Good job, B. He's getting better and better as he continues to race and work on that track.
Got Amick in the 4th position, followed by Josh Berry. I'm just kidding. That's Mark Berry. Brother Dave is somewhere back there. He was involved in the second huge one.
14th.
Yep. So I'm jealous that you guys got to meet the brothers Berry, but I did not. So I'm a little bit jelly.
And I met Ernest King.
Well, I mean, you know, that's cool too. Hey, you got to meet Ja'a. That's gonna take you a minute to figure that one out. Come on now. Anyway. You're the one that told me about meeting. Come on now. So.
I did, that's right, yes.
Yeah, yes, bam. See, I told you. You were gonna be till lap 140, and you're probably now Adams, and I would have probably been like, who? Anyway, so yes, the long game.
Yes.
It's like long-term booking.
Oh,
but
Brandon goes around.
There will be a caution. Left, same fuel.
You know, there's going to be 2 people extremely not happy in that one. And one of them is Wonder. Because that was his second front clip flying away from the scene of the crime. So, coming off of turn number 4 here, you see these trucks are really close.
Well, Robert shoving Brandon right through there.
Yep. I was, you know.
Damn you, Will.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Both of their clips. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Brandon was involved in any of the skirmishes so far. I could be wrong, so he should still have one of his fast repair, his fast repair. I say it as if they have unlimited fast repairs, but Wonder is gonna want to probably hurt me really bad, but well, I mean, it's not me, so, you know, thank goodness it's not me, you know. Could be a lot worse.
Absolutely, it could be.
So, 4th caution, and like you say, yeah, I do agree. You know, the BNR guys, you know, it's historically proven we like to wreck. Well, we've always wrecked early, you know, and then kind of get our racing out of us a little bit later on in life.
Just love it.
So, looks like, let me see here. Hunsaker, I think, is the only person that stays out. Troy Daggett, though. Troy doesn't even get a waiver round because Hunsaker stays out. Unless Hunsaker pits here.
No, because then that will move a Mick up to first. Or Amick.
Well, no.
Whatever his name is.
Amick. I'm pretty sure it's Amick. Like Lyndon Amick, like the old racing driver, like ARCA driver / Busch Grand National driver. He never really had too many.
Braveheart.
Okay. So yeah, that's a Debbie Downer moment for Daggett there.
Lyle
Daggett
was
hoping.
1 lap down, so he was the first one to get his lap back. So now,
yeah.
Daggett just hopes for 2 more cautions.
Yes, that's a good point. He could just hope for 2 more spinneronis from some people and not be involved in it.
Well, Stick that 40 up someone's tailpipe, you'll get it. Matt, what are you doing? Oh, there you go. They're still pacing. That's why. "39 laps in out of 150, the fourth caution of tonight." So, anyway, while we're still pacing, did you finally watch the end of the Raw?
No, I haven't got around to watching Raw today.
Well, damn it, I'm just going to spoil it for you then.
Well, like, I know what all happened. Yes, I just didn't get to see it happen. Oh, okay.
You heard what happened. The only best part of Raw was the last part of the last 5 minutes. Well, no, the last match, because it leads up to the last 5 minutes of it, really. It's kind of makes me think. So, I'm tired of waiting to tell you it all. So after this, I'm just going to show you. And then you can go watch from the first match all the way up until
that part.
Oh
my gosh, bro.
Oh well, you're just gonna have to watch it after this. Because when you try to bite your tongue so long because you thought you seen it, but I know you had to do things with Mom and all that other stuff. Anyway, they're double file again for the 5th time.
Yeah, about to be closing in on 100 to go. Probably could have got there about 10 minutes ago if it wasn't for a couple of things, but that's okay, I suppose.
Doppelganger out there.
I know, right?
Watch Matt spinning tires. Oh no, he didn't. So Matt, what a good start. Hey, Dale's got a new car too. I think he's alright. Hey Dale, if I was you, I'd move up and get behind Schwartz there.
Oh, Willie Mays passed away.
Willie Mays.
Wow. Heck yeah, if only AI was real and that was going to be true. It says AI has predicted the next, 10, or, the next 10 champions. You got Kyle Larson being back-to-back for the next 2 years. Then Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick. It's got Denny Hamlin on here for 2029. I don't see Denny Hamlin racing until 2029.
Oh, well, you got a heck of a battle up there with King and Deuscher. Deuscher, he actually races with Ernest King's teammate, Raider and Ronger.
Yes, over on the SRU side of things, and so forth. Yes, Zach and Zach are pretty decently good friends. They raced together on the Xbox side of things as well for a little bit. So. I think because Deuscher being involved with SRU, that kind of allowed them to start talking again and so forth.
But look at these wild battles back here. Almost 3 wide coming out of turn 4 there with
Mary.
Doppelganger and Chris Camary and Schwartz there.
I thought Camary had one of those hospital hops, but he had a hospital walk up the track. You almost wonder, man. He all he wants to do is just get back to that top 3, top 5 positioning. But everywhere he looks, everywhere he goes, he's got trouble, and it's not the good kind of trouble. Like it's the, oh my gosh, the hot dog stands in front of me trouble. So. You can see the time that Wonder lost having to check up for all that was going on in front of him. Just whenever you check up sometimes in these trucks and you're already pretty much having it already full throttle and you have to check up, it's just like almost racing in a plate race like we talked about. You check up and they're gone. As battles everywhere you look. Ernest and Deutscher have rocketed away to almost a 2-second lead as everybody battling for third behind them. You had Berry, Bridgman, Roberts, Hunsaker, Moore, Sigston, Schwartz, and Woodrum battling for the top 10. Now pass for the lead is Deutscher looking to get around Ernie as congestion sets in a little bit about mid-pack.
The next time by will be 100 laps to go. You know Obafemi?
No.
Oh, he's on NXT. He's another great colleague, but Jamaican. I think. You see Highball there. Luke clean car, looking to get back up there, but taking it easy, not rushing to get back up to the front, because he knows how much obstructions up there.
As we've seen so far, it's just about everywhere you look. He's just trying to stay out of it. Is the main thing at the moment. Like you say, 100 laps to go here at Las Vegas BNR Truck Series. Penultimate round of the season so far. No, yes, there is no so far. Don't know why I wanted to keep adding on to that sentence. Anyway, Deutscher now leading over King. Roberts, Berry, Moore is the top 5. Bridgman, Woodrum, Schwartz, Hunsaker, Sigston rounds out the top 10 now. I believe I may need a bathroom break here in a minute, so.
Yep.
Don't want to jinx anything yet, but at the moment, it's looking like we're getting a decent green flag run-in, Brian. Yay! And
Yep.
there we go, I jinxed it, so, you know. About 5 laps or so. Who?
Joe Hendry from TNA.
Oh, that's good. I don't know anybody from TNA now.
And one old guy that used to be on WWE that went to TNA. I forgot his name. He was on there in that Battle Royale thing.
Bob Ziggler?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll let you know in a minute.
Way too early for Dolph Ziggler to be back.
Oh, yeah.
because he just left. Well, not really. They
Oh,
fired him.
who was that?
They released him. They had no further work for him to do as a jobber.
That might be Robert Amaral.
What happened?
Oh,
Oh, well, I mean, Yes, he did. He did get in the wall. In turn 1, at lap 55, he did get in the wall. That's why he just lost about 4 positions right there. He was trying to rim ride. He was trying to enter on that high line. And it just bit him. Ever so bit him. You can just see how costly the mistakes can be.
I didn't know Fandango went to TNA. Oh, Frankie Kazarian was on next week. He used to call somebody else in the living. I don't remember his name, but he was on. Kevin Roy! Slowly but surely about to make his way back up from the pack here. Currently running position 18. Well, now these drivers did get settled in, so now they should be good. Hopefully.
Yes, we'll say that now, but there could be another big one just around the corner. You never can tell. Well, we got somebody down in the pits. Who was that? That was
Hunsaker.
Oh, all right. Well, that sounds about right for Matt, since he stayed out. He stayed out a while, so scheduled stop 1 would have to think for Matthew.
Got you loud and clear. I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me?
Oh, well, Will is, I think, out of the race now. That was him. That was up near the nearest hot dog stand. Let's see what happens to Will on this replay. Does he just clip the... Oh! Man. I guess he heard us talking about we ran a good green flag run. We haven't had a caution in a while. And I mean, real life, that looks like a right front tire goes down, but does he just get does he just get crossed up on the steering here? Brian's world famous. I slowed it down before it got to the point. Traversing the bumps. Now, there are some bumps in 3 and 4, but they aren't as heinous as the ones in 1 and 2, but still, nevertheless, they are here. Oh, looks like he just had a moment there with the steering. Looks like the steering, looks like the truck just gets kind of twitchy with him. And to the wall he goes. So, looks like I said, Will's night might be done by that one. As we already know, he was one of the drivers that have already used a fast repair, so... Oh my, highball. Getting crossed up just with the transition from banking to flat.
You almost made it halfway. I think I know why WWE teamed up with TNA.
So AEW couldn't?
No, a lot of WWE guys are TNA, ex-WWE guys. And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we can get out of the pit road look here. There we go. So Ernest King back up here in the front with Brian Schwartz.
I don't know where TNA comes on, what night. I know they have a subscription service called TNA Plus, but I don't know where you get that at either. So it's like, where do I go? I know if you're like on like Freevee or like Amazon, like if you have Amazon Prime and like if you watch like TV through Amazon Prime, like the TV channels, there is a television channel that is dedicated to Impact Wrestling, or in other words, TNA. So I found that out just by scrolling around on those apps, but you can't watch like the live stuff on those apps. It's all video vault. It's all stock footage. So
He used to be teammates with Shannon Moore. Kazarian. Way back in 05.
oh. How many laps is next week's race at Rockingham?
That is...
Let's set it for like 50 laps, so like if they have like multiple big ones, it's already done and dusted pretty much, right? Like, I'm just kidding. I make jokes.
165.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's only a mile track anyway. I make things bigger than what it's supposed to be. But, oh my gosh.
But that track is very rough, though. That's the problem.
Nope. Very berry.
Yeah, very
34-second, 32-second lap times, I think, around Rockingham. Something like that. I think. 28 seconds. 26 seconds. Like, it's been a minute. Can't remember. Anywho. So, about to go back green flag racing. That pace truck scared me. I thought it was going to stay out longer. So.
Green flag.
I've seen. Yes, indeed. Oh, that happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
This race jinxed itself. What are you talking about?
There they go, shuffling all over. Brandon just wants to get to the front the best he can. You see a lot of scuffling back here.
Mark Berry to the point as he's trying to take it away from Ernest King. And he does so coming out of turn number 2 as...
Yellow.
Oh, wow. This looked like just Zach getting a little too high, Brian coming up. Or pinching Zach in a wall. I don't know. We got to go back a little bit more. So the middle of 3 and 4, you see Zach go high. Brian. Oh, Brian had a little bobble there. That's right. And just gets up there with Zach and just nowhere for Zach to go, really. Oh, almost flip.
Yeah, you're right. Nowhere indeed for Zach to go. He was already committed to the high lane in the middle of 1 and 2. He started that commitment, and then once Brian Swartz has the bobble in the middle lane, the truck just wants to walk even further up the track. So just
I beg my dues.
tight, hard racing.
I thought you were gonna do it.
Do what?
Time after time. Because I said he begs his dues, and then I thought you were gonna say
Oh.
time after time, but you didn't. But
There'll be a next time.
yes.
You'll do it again.
So what's the score of this baseball game? Well,
I wouldn't know.
I can tell you in a minute. I have Yes Network.
Well, there you go. I haven't had the Yes Network in years.
15-0 Yankees.
Nice. Even
No,
with
I'm
Anthony
kidding.
Rizzo. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's 4 that. That one happened. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to, I don't actually, wait, let me wait. I don't know, they probably might be going green this time, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I think the time for talking to somebody is almost done and dusted. Like, coming, they'll be getting doubled up this lap, I think. But yeah, you really had me with the 15-0. You really had me. Yeah, it sucks for Anthony Rizzo. Every time.
Hey, but tomorrow, no, see, we could talk to Barry real quick.
Okay.
We might have just jinxed it. Well, I don't know if we are talking to him because I don't see him on here. No, we don't. Oh, well.
Yeah, you thought.
But anyway, we do get Garrett Cole back tomorrow.
You got it, Cole. So, getting done working the 6 caution on lap 69. I'm going to take the restart at lap 70. So, going to be 5 laps to go before we're at halfway.
So, the last time we versed Baltimore, we didn't look too good. We didn't. Yet again, we were playing in Baltimore, so. Dennis Quaid.
What does the terrible Ronald Reagan impersonator want? Right, so I lied to everybody. Restarted lap 71. It's okay, not the first time that nor last will that ever happen.
So Barry Woodrum, Deuscher, Siggy, Bridgman, Myers, Berry, Camary, Stipe, and Campbell.
My slow self just now finally figuring out that Camary and Barry rhymes. Yep.
Camary.
Well, I mean, you said it so well there. It slipped so elegantly, from your tongue that I'm like, whoa, that rhymes. Don't mind me, folks. Anyway,
Green flag.
man, that top lane don't know what they're doing up there. Or
I don't know who was in the lead.
apparently Woodrum was apparently in the lead, I guess. Maybe Pete didn't know what he was doing. Who knows? But
Well,
Pete's
anywhere
got
in that box, if the leader don't go, you got the right to go. So if it was Mark, and it's all fair game. You see there, he's gonna give Barry the bottom with Zach.
Oh, there was some checking up and not enough checking up.
They stay green.
At the moment, it's Josh doing his best Paul Menard impersonation on the front straightaway. Well, I guess Paul Menard kind of slid and got some air where Josh didn't slide, so I guess that's... Anyway.
So Daggett is now one lap down. Will in the first truck, one lap down.
I was about to say the only truck one lap down, but that would have been a lie too, because Anthony Lane is one lap down as well, so... Closing in on the halfway point as Mark Berry leads over Deutscher. Deutscher over Berry, however they would like to straighten that one out.
Deutscher, Barry, and Barry.
Skylar Sigston fighting for the last truck, one lap down. No, never mind, he's one lap down. As Mark and Zach battling it out up here with Dave right behind the two. Skylar was one of the trucks that slid into pit lane along with Pete Woodrum. Josh Mull kind of got crossed up as well down there. There was a fourth one, I think, but I couldn't make out who that was. So...
While they're still kicking here, we're gonna do our favorite section of the night, crank it up, and oh, Phillips coming to play now. But let you guys listen to the sounds of these trucks and enjoy. So 91 of 150 laps in. That Deutscher out in the front wheel. But now Tyler Myers will now getting into 4th place.
Yeah, him and Ernest King, they've been bump drafting their way up here
Ernest was
to the
trying
top.
to say, excuse me, I'm faster than you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That was a good view too I had too, ironically enough.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing for that bump to come along and get shown. So, yeah, everybody minding their P's and Q's at the moment, logging mileage here.
Elias. Und.
Yes, Deutscher, Barry, then Myers. I say it because there are 2 Barrys that come before Myers. Bridgman, that rounds out the top 5. Ernest King, Chris Camary, Christopher Campbell. That is KC, then CC. Don't get those backwards or confused. So you have KC in the Sunshine Band and 7th and 8th. Brandon Moore, Mike Skinner pulling his best Dale Earnhardt Jr. impersonation this evening. And then Joe Stipe in 10th place, rounding out the top 10. John O'Brien Jr. Is somewhere. He's in 11th place. Then there's about a 1.5-second gap back to Dale Wonder Rapp. And then back there you have, who's that? That's Robert Amaral. I'm getting there. Kevin Roy. They are in a side-by-side battle. Kevin Roy's going to get the better. Oh, Robert back to the wall again. Luckily, though, he's able to jump out of it. So looks like the truck just got away from him that time. He wasn't going there. I don't think he was wanting to go there. I'm gonna get another look at it here. Yeah, he was going. Well, he looked like the truck. He just couldn't get the truck to turn. I'll spit that out in a minute.
These pictures have 16 pickoffs. You see Tyler Myers here looking to get underneath Skylar Sixton.
Have to remember that's not for position. Skylar is one of the cars that had a moment and got sent down pit lane, so he is on a different lap than Myers. So, like I said, that is not for position.
No, it's not. The one for position is right behind him there, the 48 of Philip Bridgman.
And the 24 of Ernest King, that is 5th and 6th position. Those two likely to go at it for a few laps. If you look at Philip's truck closely, Brian, it's almost a mixture of a Gordon car and a Jimmy Johnson Lowe's paint scheme, because I think I saw flames on there earlier, so wouldn't be surprised if that's one of Philip's own paint schemes that he kind of concocted together there, kind of like a what-if car if they were kind of combined. Because there's been a few Pepsi cars that Jeff drove that had flames on them, so I could see it. So 50 laps to go. Not much has changed in the top 10 since the last rundown. And
I guess pit stop.
Pit stop.
Pit stop.
Pit stop. I'm not sure if that might be right on the money or if that might be a bit too early for Philip to come down and make it all the... Okay, so looks like it could be for sure it's a scheduled pit stop, but man, this is going to be pretty questionable on if they're going to need to make another pit stop, Brian.
Oh yeah, well, you ain't kidding.
But then again, we could be wrong, and the fuel mileage could be 50 laps. We don't know. We're not driving these trucks.
Yeah, we are.
We just had to. Well, I was. If you go off of,
a few people.
Yeah, and I blew a tire in turn 4.
Wild commentating the race. Ain't that some
right?
Skill? So you see there's Zach Deutscher, the other Barry came in.
I mean, that's totally a move I would do. Right the leader from the front of the field.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm in the booth with you, commentating. Ain't nobody want me in their league anymore. Yeah.
One day.
One day.
One
over
day.
the rainbow.
I knew it was coming.
Yep. So, as per usual, okay. Well, I was going to say, as per usual, Joe Stipe's staying out as well, so...
Oh, no, Joe Stipe?
Okay, he... 10-4. 10-4, my fellow wannabe redneck inbred.
You can just call me Brad K.
Alright, horseface. Hopefully Brad Keselowski is not listening to this at the moment. Sorry if you are, BK. I would love a job. I know, insult a man and then ask for a job.
My first
2. Stop lying to me.
I'm not.
You've been lying to me for years about... Okay, whatever.
Brian Keeton.
Oh, okay. Now he feels comfortable to pronounce it with the whole world, and then when we get off, I bet whenever you end the stream, you're gonna be like, "That's not my middle name, Will. Come on now." I'll have to call up your mom, and be like, "Hey, Mama Huntley, what is your son's obviously last name? What's your son's middle name?"
So, Brandon's still staying out, and Curtis King. They're going to try to stretch it the longest so they can make it Rob. I don't know. They still might need to make... I don't know. I don't know how many...
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I feel like normally it's like 40, 45 laps normally with these trucks, with the fuel percentage.
Long, then all those boys have one stop left. And
yeah,
well, these two can make it on one more. Actually, they'll make it after this pit stop. Ernest King and Brandon Moore, if that's the case. But we know how good Brandon's good at saving, so.
But like I said, it could be 50 laps tonight. I mean, for all we know. Oh, that's gotta... Oh!
Wow!
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm trying to do so much better at not laughing, but... Man. Oh man, that was Robert too. After being in the wall all night, like trying to stay out of it himself, man, he just like forklift the guy into like the stratosphere. And this comes at a bad time when I mean by that is like everybody's a lap down but Brandon. So Oh man, Pete woke up today and chose violence. Oh man. And then Pete got sent. Like I said, if it wasn't for that catch fence, he would have like killed like 50,000 people. Like
Hardly.
virtual people, but yeah, we've seen a lot of hard licks tonight and a lot of just unbelievable crashes. That should go that should go into iRacing's not top 5 GM Goodwrench Plus. Oh, I was going to say why have that on a. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just reading things. Everybody should be good to go on fuel from here, though. Make it home. And not through the back door into the backyard and into the woods with the green-white checkers that we hopefully will not have. But seeing how this race has gone, we might need all 3 of them. Now there was and has been in the past in the BNR Truck Series side of things at Las Vegas, unpredictable and crazy races. So it's just fitting that the Truck Series has the same type of races. So there was also an SRU race I called here one time from Las Vegas. I was just smashing. Not to mention that one time me and Brian were in a race with this one guy that wanted to send me into the billboards.
We're not even going to talk about that.
No. That just lives rent-free in my mind, though. Anyway, I mean, anything can. So, gonna have probably 35 laps to go once we get done with this caution. Extensive cleanup, maybe catch fence repair, and anything else I can imagine to think of to say just to be saying it. See, I can be Mooncar without all that vulgar language. I can be funny and witty. I don't have to be Bob Saget vulgar, you know.
After Robert Amaroy hit Pete, it was like, fly me to the moon.
He said, let's travel back in time and meet our ancestors, Warner von Braun. Which, I mean, it's not that too far back, and he would have been old.
Drivers in front of Brandon are all getting their wave around.
So that's a lot. Looks like JD is going to be trapped a lap down with only a few others. So
Heavy JD, Highball, Kevin Roy, Phillip, King.
Is Zach trapped a lap down?
No, Zach got his lucky dog.
Okay. All right.
Poor Zach.
Poor Zach. What happened?
He's got to start way behind.
Yeah, good point. Poor Zach. You got to start behind all the lap down trucks.
And all these
and I'm
lap
turning
trucks
into you.
are up here with Brandon.
And Brandon can go. He don't have to wait. He don't have to slow the field down and wait for the waiver rounds to get back by. But then also the waiver rounds,
Green.
to my knowledge, they don't have to slow down either. They can, as long as they slow down to a reasonable pace that would be I'm trying to remember how that rule goes. But anyway, oh man, you see it here. Hey, Robert got back out there. He saved his quick fix all night long just for a special occasion. I guess he knew from the start, from the onslaught of the race, he kind of knew that he's going to have to just keep that in the bag. No matter how many times he basketballs it off the wall, he's like, nah, I need to save it. I've seen one too many. I've been a part of one too many of these BNR races. That's what he was saying. So,
just like
it's
that,
all.
Zach now is getting closer to Brandon. Trying to get on by these lappers.
Yeah, it's still a bit mixed up. Just like we talked about at the very top of the show, beginning of the race, from the drop of the green flag, how I said drivers are pretty much out of position. Well, the same rule of thought applies here. Some drivers just may be out of positioning from just where they were in the running order when the caution came out. So. Was Philip involved in one of the earlier cautions? Shouldn't he? Okay.
Really?
I was going to say shouldn't. Oh man. Gonna have to. I was gonna say yes. Gonna need a better view of sorts of thing. Oh, okay. I see what done did happen here. He went for a gap that literally wasn't there. He tried. He tried to be an Ayrton Senna, but it was never there at all. Looking a bit more like Crash Door Maldonado, but. Anyway, that's about how this race has been tonight. So far, like I said, hopefully we don't have to use all three of those green white checkers to keep sitting here even longer, but hey now. You're an all-star.
Get your game on.
Get your game
on.
Go.
Caution lap.
Oh, yes, pulling in Brandon Moore to the booth. Brandon Moore, what you doing?
I'm just chilling, poking around here.
Hoping not to be one of the few trucks not involved in one of the many big just tragedies out here this evening, huh?
I mean, I got spun once, and then I got destroyed once.
I'm sorry, so much has happened, I forgot.
You're good.
So, yeah, you did get your front clip beat off there by me earlier in the race. I was out here. I was really making everybody mad at me. So yeah, no, I was not. I don't let that get in your head. It's not me. It's not me. It was someone else using my name. So
yeah, it was.
Oh wow.
I think it's a Will thing.
Wow, I even said that. Wow. Anyway, so do you think we're going to use any of the green white checkers?
I think we will.
Oh, 2, 3, 1.
1.
1. Okay, you're saying 1. I'm saying 3. Brian, what are you saying?
2.
Oh, okay, of course you would do that. Anyway, so
guess how much gas we had in the tank when that caution fell?
So, question: how many laps of fuel you getting on full tank?
Like 40.
Okay, well, how much fuel did you have whenever the caution came out?
I got 32.4.
No,
right now. Oh, well,
before
are you talking about when I was
Yeah.
out and everybody else pitted?
Yeah.
I had 0.1 gallons of fuel. 0.1 gallons when I hit the box.
Wow. So, perfectly timed caution for you.
Yeah, I was
to-
coming in and then caution came out. I'm like, okay.
Yes, I have the best
It's like,
track
dang it, I
position
got a
ever
clutch
thought
in now
about.
all the way around.
I did.
And hope the truck don't run out of fuel.
I thought it was going to stall out. I was like, I'm going to stall this thing out trying to get to the freaking pits. That's what's going to happen.
So anyway, been a wild race. How's the truck handling with these conditions and all that other
It's
fancy
good.
jazz?
It's pretty good. It gets tight on the longer runs. The thing's running more right front off of it than anything. So you start getting plowing tight going on the longer runs, especially when you get behind another truck. So keeping clean air on the nose is very key to keeping tires on your rig.
Always. Well, anyway, I don't know, Will, you got anything else for Brandon?
No, not right now.
All right, Pete. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully you bring her home up here in the front, and we'll get you back up there.
We gonna try. Thank y'all.
No problem.
All right, that's Brandon Moore, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you tonight. BNR Truck Series action at Las Vegas.
30 laps to go.
We really got to get those two in the same room together.
And they got 25
So-
minutes remaining.
Oh my God. Anyway,
This race would have been over a while ago.
a while. Thank goodness for a league owner that gives them extra time.
Yeah. So Phillip is out of the race. Unfortunate for him. Getting into that one cluster cahoots on the backstretch where Robert sent Mr. Pete Woodrum up to the moon. Fly him to the moon. But anyway, we're getting ready to take the green flag for the 9th time.
You know, surprisingly, Robert's only 4 laps down out of that ordeal.
Daggett's back on the lead lap.
Daggett!
Green flag.
Go, go, go!
Well, you know what I always say, as long as you're on the lead lap coming down to the end of these things, you got a shot.
So Tyler Myers is all over the back of Brandon Moore.
Let's keep calling the race like Harry Carey. Going into turn 3 now, Brian. Zach around the outside of Tyler.
Oh, a loosey-goosey by Joe. And here
You
comes...
didn't do it right. That's Joe Buck, if anything.
And Christopher Campbell.
Yeah, see, there you go. You can do it a little bit better than me. I don't really have that like Yankee voice to be doing like the oh my, I have a weird I did impressions for so many.
Coming out of turn 4.
Yeah. See, whenever you're
Josh
trying,
Small. Oh.
you're going for walking in there. Like, stop it. Anyway, so